So let's start with last night. Some of you guys were asking my thoughts on the State of the Union. So I'll just kind of give that really quick here. Then we'll go into some actual stories. And please share your thoughts with me as well. I thought that Trump's part was basically just a war rally. I like how it was. I think it was like one of the longest. I think it was the fourth longest ever on record. But I think if you edited out all of his talking time, I think he probably only talked for about 6 minutes, and the rest was just mindless applause. I mean, they just applauded everything. He would be like, "Good evening. We're all here." That would be like me. Like the equivalent of that would just be like, "Welcome to Get Your News On with Ron." The world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. I'm your host. All right, you get the idea. I already wasted too much time. You guys got the point. All right. So I thought, and it was basically just a war rally. All he did was tell really mawkish stories. And yeah, they were terrible things that happened. I totally get that. I'm not trying to marginalize any of the people involved or any of their experiences. They were just being used by the president. They were being used as pawns. I don't think they realized that, but that's all he was doing to all those people. And he just created just this big, long State of the Union that was basically just war porn. And it was basically just a war rally. I mean, it literally was a war rally. So Donald Trump had a war rally. Joe Kennedy had a speech where he said nothing. That guy literally said nothing. He did not respond to anything Trump said. He looked like he had drool all over his face. I have my theory. It's because he just got his check from Big Pharma. And, like a typical Democrat, he had absolutely no ideas. That's what they run on, absolutely no ideas. He delivered. Then Bernie got on, and Bernie actually did the job. I mean, right there, it's amazing. Bernie already just hired the bar legitimately by actually doing the job he was supposed to do, responding to a State of the Union. He responded to the stuff Trump said. He talked about a lot of policy issues. Were there some disappointments in his speech for me? Yeah, I was disappointed that he brought up Russiagate and kind of harped on it the way he did. I wish he would have used that time instead to talk about ending the wars. I really do. But he didn't. And I think it's because of pressure from above. Joe says, the Dems' new logo, we stand for nothing. I'm with you. So yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is, as far as those three speeches go, the headliner was pretty okay, but the opening acts really sucked. And I think in a perfect world, we would have heard those three speeches, and one of those speeches was going to be a really shitty audition script from a movie that never got made. The other speech was going to be footage from the most boring high school assembly ever in the history of high school assemblies. And the third speech was from the actual president of the United States. In a perfect world, that would have been, or at least in a better world, that would have been that situation. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. So those are my thoughts on the State of the Union. Oh, and by the way, how about your resistance? Look at all those Democrats clapping and standing up for Donald Trump and all of his ideas, his racist immigration ideas, the wall, standing up for that. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it.
Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.